FamZone TV, welcome, man, welcome. You know the pattern over these sides, man. It's always Trent stepping, man. First and foremost, man's got to big up my brother DG. You know, family settings.
Likewise, my boy.
Come on, my GG, and big up Rants, man, for the raid, man.
Hey, big up Rants every time.
Emma had a show just now. Sent the people over there, so big up Rant and big up DG because.
Come on.
I mean,
big up yourself as well, man.
Come on, bro. Man's always been supporting man from the jump. You get me? And man's just got closer and closer as time gone on. You know what I'm saying? Man's like brothers, you know what I'm saying? So
there's not too many real guys in the industry, man. So we have to stick together, man.
Hardly any, bro. Hardly any.
Exactly.
If any. Don't get me started.
You're even being kind, yeah.
To all that if you want.
I'm trying to be diplomatic, but yeah, there's a lot of fugazi youths, man. A lot of bitch ass guys out here, man. Right, is what it is, though.
You know what I'm saying? But we saying no. Hey,
there, my guy, man. Looking forward. I'm sure we'll get onto it, but looking forward to the game at the Emirates. Obviously, one eye on Sunday. I think Chelsea got Liverpool. I don't really want Chelsea to win, but you know, a draw's perfect. And obviously, I'm sure we'll get into it. But we beat Newcastle. We dealt with Olympiacos. I must admit, it feels like not that us Arsenal fans were negative, but the last two results were a bit more. Or I am a lot more optimistic. It feels like Arteta is doing the things that we feel have crippled him in it. So yeah, man, hopefully it can continue. I'm a bit bullish about what we can do this year. That's
the thing that I was gonna say, because like I say, big up the chat as well, because like me and DJ are gonna try and do this every Friday, 5:45. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 1. Called it DEE-LUDED GOONERS. You get me? You got D and DEE-LUDED.
I see what you did with the name still.
Yeah, you know how it goes with a man then.
He's in his YouTube bag already.
Yeah, playing the game, bro. We gotta play the game. But what I was gonna say is, you see, when you said about Arteta's changing and stuff like that, like it's funny how 1 week changes the mindset of everyone, because you know, against Man City it was sit back, handbrake on, and then a 96-minute goal against Newcastle and a loss at Liverpool. 1 week has changed the whole perspective and dynamic of
how fickle we are as football fans, boy.
Yeah, it's changed the mindset of the whole fan base. Now all of a sudden the bookies are saying we're favourites for the title and the Champions League. What do you think of that?
Bro, you know what they say, man. The house always wins, innit? So I think it's a bit bad, man. It's a win-win, innit? Like, they're going to do that. As you just mentioned, it's a bit fickle that a week changes everything, because the media, the bookies, they probably had Liverpool. They've got us now. God forbid, but if it goes left for us tomorrow and Liverpool go and win, where does that place us? I must admit, broski, it don't really mean nothing to me, because I've seen, if it's not the bookies, it's the supercomputers saying us for the last few years, we're favourites for the champs, we're favourites for the Prem. I think I speak for all Arsenal fans, bro. Fuck them lot. Like, we just want to get over the line, bro. But we've deserved that, right, innit? Like, we've been second last few years. We're going to be one of the favourites, if not out-and-out favourites. I'm not too sure why it's got us down as the champs. Prem, I don't know, man, because I think we've got a good chance of winning the Prem, especially as like we've been alluding to. If Arteta keeps learning and keeps knowing when to chop and change things, and you know, again, if Liverpool drop some more points and we make some ground, then we're laughing. But I still personally have Liverpool as the favourites. I think they've earned that because they won it last year. But bro, if we're not gonna do it now, we're never gonna do it, innit?
That's how I see it as well. I see it as Liverpool are still favourites. I think there's one thing, having a good team and a good squad and a manager that's got potential, but it's another thing having done it before.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like when you watch, like I said, I don't know if people really watch tennis and that. When you watch tennis, there's a reason why Djokovic, who's maybe 4th or 5th best in the world, is still one of the favourites to win every Grand Slam, because when it comes down to the nitty gritty,
he's got that know-how and experience.
Both had to get it done. You know what I'm saying? You can't account for that in the know-how, the be one end all. You have to go through those treacherous times, and I think Arteta, he's had to learn how to get over those hurdles, because it took him a while to understand he needed an out-and-out striker. He didn't think that. I think he thought it was too easy. I think he came the game thinking that the game was going to be a lot easier than it was. He got all the praise from underneath Pep and all of this stuff and thought, yeah, I'm playing well, great football, beating teams. Facts. I think he thought the league was too easy, bro. I think, and then next thing you know,
naive, if anything.
Then again.
Mad naivety, if anything, if you think you don't need a striker, because I look at it like this. Like, obviously, we've seen Pep bully the league with no strikers, with great goal scorers out wide. But even him was humble enough to say, you know what, maybe I need Haaland if I want to get over the line in the champs, and the rest is history. I hear it, you know, we know you alluded to it. We know how Arteta likes the strikers. We know how the modern day striker is. You got to drop in, you got to work the channels, but you need to have a cold-hearted killer in front of goal. And at times we've missed that, innit? That's where I think he is learning. But Will it stick? I don't know. If Kai Havertz was fit, would he? You know, I kind of feel like he's been forced to learn, and that's why I'm sure we'll speak about it. But I'm happy with the approach against Newcastle. Granted, bro, Newcastle is not Anfield or Liverpool away, and it's not who else. We got City at home, but these are big clashes. I felt we could have beat Liverpool if we was a bit more on the front foot. I felt City, we wasted 45 minutes. So that's why I'm kind of happy that we took the game to Newcastle versus that like conservative approach. Mourinho in the 10. We're kind of getting a flavor for the game before he makes those changes. And I don't want to do too much because it really is Newcastle for me, but it is Newcastle and Olympiacos in that. I'm seeing you start the right team. I'm seeing you be proactive with the subs. I'm actually seeing us create. Like previously, me and you have spoken about this before. We've asked ourselves the question of you've got all these attackers, but we're not a great attacking team. For these 2 games, whatever Arteta's done, I personally feel we've created enough, bro. It's more on the players. Like Newcastle, we could have scored 3-4 in the first half. Olympiacos, had we have done that, we probably even see Wanyeri get minutes. So Arteta's got enough lived experiences now. I know people do this whole 6 years thing, and granted, great, but we fought for the league for 4 years, including this year. So I think you've got enough lived experiences from the 3 years off your own back. And as you kind of alluded to, bro, he's been learning with Pep. You've been under Pep. You know what it takes to win a league or not win a league and stuff. And it all has to come to a head now, innit? Like a lot of us Arsenal fans think we've got the players in the squad. As for the gaffer, you've got to get over the line. When you move like how you did in the last 2 games, I got faith. When you do what you did in the previous ones, it feels like we make our own problems, bro.
I agree with you. And you know what it is as well? I think against Newcastle is when I saw the most mature Arteta I've seen in a long time.
Exactly.
Because you see me, you got to remember, I've got to take it into account of how I am and how I was, innit? So when I was watching the game, I lost all composure.
Yeah, I saw your reaction with Hooks still.
Yeah. Composure is finished. Like obviously, big up Stricto as well. That's my brother.
Big up Stricto as well.
Big up my Bolski. But on the Monday, me and Stricto are live, and I said to him, when I was in the house and I'm watching it, my composure's done. It's finished. I'm not focused on the game no more. I'm ready for my excuses on the ref. I'm already at the ref, bro. Do you get me? I'm old. Listen,
I think we all were.
I've lost my mind. I'm on to the ref, VAR. I'm Googling who's on VAR.
Yo, mad.
I'm on that because I was going to put his face with the clown face. I had my thumbnail prepared. I was on all of that. Do you get me? I was ready for moaning about ref. Man. But Arteta had to go into half time and get them, man, to focus on the game.
Hey, you're funny, you're right, though.
But it's the truth, though, because you got to remember, I think sometimes we don't put ourselves in his position. He has to focus now on the game. He's got to say, listen,
you just have to get it done.
And he did that. They weren't emotional about the decisions at all. They just focused on the game. And I'm thinking, you lot, up until the 96th minute, these men have got to just keep going and keep going. That's where the professionalism comes in. And that's where the maturity comes in. Because Arteta did this at Liverpool, where he got emotional with Klopp and it changed the dynamic of the match. Remember? Where he had a madness when on the side.
And also the Xhaka one as well.
The Xhaka one. He had a little madness on the sideline. The game's up. The crowd's up. Bro, all of
Klopp's gassing up the cop end, and the rest was history.
All of that, it's long, bro. So I think that's where I'm thinking, I'm looking at him thinking, he's making different, like, emotional decisions. You know what I'm saying? Where me, personally, I was gone. You know what I'm saying? I was all like, Stricto was out of it as well. I saw his watch along. He was gone. He was out of it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're more composed. You know what I'm saying? So you're probably got.
Because I actually thought we'd win it. I genuinely thought, because I like what you said there. Yeah, don't get twisted. I was ready to bitch about VAR and the ref. Arsenal fans, we don't need any say so to go and do that. Like, obviously, it's summed up by VAR. I'm not a VAR don, but I will say on this, like, fair enough, you can do your checks. I would say, and I know, don't look at it like this, bro. Look at Pope's reaction. We've all played the game. If Pope thought he wasn't guilty, he's running in the rest face, doing the most. That looked like someone that knew he got caught on CCTV. But all right, cool. Had we have lost 1-0, I'd have been vexed. Pardon? I hear that. Bro, it's great CCTV. You blamed it, like, bro. You're guilty, bro. Like, you know what he did. There was no complaints, and I don't even want to get into VAR because I don't really care for the contact thing. We all know it's a penalty and whatnot, but there's games where we lose that 1-0. And speaking for myself, bro, I would have said, you know what, Arteta, I actually kind of the things you're saying. I think you did learn from your mistakes. We were on the front foot. You didn't do what you normally do against a manager that has your handheld. And I would have said, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But one thing I liked is, regardless of the rev, regardless of the poor goal we conceded, much less the corner, we probably should have scored 3-4 in the first half. We found the way to make it happen. And obviously, I don't want games to be played like that. But I feel for us to get a title over the line, there's gonna be 3-4 kind of games where the ref's gone against us. It's not the ball's not going back in there. You just have to get it done, bro. Like, I don't want to gas up Liverpool's thing, but that's kind of like a Liverpool performance. It kind of shocks us as Arsenal fans that we got over the line. You see, bro, for me, you know, when Arteta sits there and says, "Oh, you got to make your own luck and do all of that sort of stuff," and 9 times out of 10 we don't. That Newcastle game for me is how you make your own luck, because I saw you were hungry, didn't give up. What, they scored in the 84th minute or something like that. We did our thing. His game management was great. We're penetrating central areas. Fair play, Gaffer, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. That's exactly what I was going to say about the Liverpool, because with Liverpool, they were 10 men. Newcastle were 10 men, 2-0 up. They got it back to 2-2, and then Liverpool still ended up winning the game.
Yeah.
Last minute Rio. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, by any means necessary, isn't it? That's kind of the mentality that you have to have at St. James's Park. I mean, it's different, Man City at home when you're at the Emirates, but St. James's Park is by any means necessary. You know what?
Kind of grounds, yeah.
You're going into a cauldron, innit? You're going to a cauldron with a Romans.
It's nasty as an away fan.
The Vikings and all them, man, you know, like all of them type of man. You're going to war
with freezing, pops are out. They're just mad. It's just mad.
All the head, man, have got tattoos on their heads and all that.
Yeah. They're just here. Some man don't even care about football like that. This is their local. They're up for this. Like, they're up for this. Tattoos from all over, like he said. It's just mad. And the ground where we've held L's and been subject to, like you said, it's the cauldron where, let's be real, like at times we've crumbled, didn't it? Like I think personally we crumbled in the semi-final last year at their place. So that's why I think it's like we've defeated ourselves in that game. I'm trying not to get too excited because that's one game versus many different games under similar circumstances where we haven't. But for me, that's how we win a title. Like, the refs are going to do us dirty. I'm sure every fan base will cry. Every Arsenal fan knows we are judged differently. And I know, you know, refs will play a part. But for me, bro, that's how you get over the line. There's 4, 5, 6 games a season like that. And if you win 5 of those, we get over the line, bro. And it's summed up greater because another thing me and you have skipped over, last season, there was times Liverpool might fuck up and drop points, pardon my language, chat. And we never exploited that. We did now. So we're kind of clawing points back. So happy lad, man. Just got to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing. Last year we never ever punished Liverpool, and I think Liverpool, like, it's funny how there's so much negativity around Liverpool and Arne Slot, and they're still top. And this is what I'm worried about the most. I'm more worried about the fact that we're going to get complacent with our mindset, because Liverpool's still 2 points ahead of us, bro. And I know their next 5 games are like really difficult, and our next 5 seem favourable. I get that, but they're still 2 points ahead of us, and all the noise around them is like it's Arsenal are playing really well and Liverpool are not playing really well, but they're still 2 points ahead of us, bro. So I'm trying to figure out where this noise has come from, because I'm not really too sure, because only a week ago Arteta was the most negative manager in the league. And then if we lose against West Ham and they beat Chelsea, like you're saying, it's back to the beginning kind of thing, and that's gonna happen from week 1 to week 38, bro. Yeah, it's gonna happen, but I just need to make sure we stay level-headed and balanced. You know what I'm saying? I need to make sure that we don't get too drawn into them. You're asking a lot of Arsenal fans, though, man. You know this. That's why I'm asking too much. That's why man like us are online, bro. We gotta keep. Yeah. The vast majority are gonna do the most, bro. Like Arteta out 1 week, Arteta in the next, and bro, that's what we're gonna do. Remember, me and you were sat on the stream, and I said to you, like, bro, look how the fans are acting over pre-season. So what's gonna happen when it's actual real ball, where every game means something and all these kind of things? It's mad. It's mad. Yeah, Newcastle away is probably the first time I think everyone, quote unquote, has been happy. Because sometimes when we won 5-0 against Leeds, there were, including myself, I wouldn't say I was bitching, but I still think there was issues. Newcastle's the first one. I actually think that's the best we played this season. Easily. I'll be real. Easily the best we played. Like the individual performances that I'm looking at, and like I said, I'm starting to look at certain players, like for one, people that don't get mentioned, that are like people like David Raya. I'm not swapping for any goalkeeper in the world right now. I don't know. Who are you swapping for right now? Who's better than him? Alisson. I would say Alisson probably as an overall goalkeeper. Yeah, if we do the better thing, then yeah, I would. But on current form, now, like Raya's the least of our problems. He's come a long way from the whole Ramsdale gate stuff. But he's never, like I say all the time, I like my goalkeeper and my centre backs never to be in the game. If my goalkeeper and centre backs are in the game, they're having a bad game. That's we're having a bad game. You never want them to get man of the match. You don't want Raya involved in anything, and Raya's never seen. And the funny thing is, Eze had an interview this week, and he said they asked him who do you think is the most likely to become a manager, and he said David Raya. That's an insight into his personality, then. And I'm looking at it like, is it? I couldn't believe you said that. But now I'm looking at it. I'm going to start looking for the traits and the things that I'm thinking, oh, is that who you really believe would be manager? Because that's captain.
That tells me he communicates a lot more than we see then.
A lot more
and
than
a bit more of a leader.
And he's just got there. Eze's just got there. So he's just seen it on base on face value, which is like what you see in info. Exactly. So that's the thing for me. But another question I wanted to ask you is, what do you think about our midfield setup? Like, what do you think?
Which one? With Eze or
with and without Eze? Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying things like, obviously, to not drop Zubimendi, but to play 2-8s, as in Eze and Odegaard. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Eze shouldn't be on the left. He should be like, what are you thinking about that?
It's one of them where I do think it is. There's an element of horses for courses. I do want to see Odegaard and Eze like rotating 8s, give or take. Don't care who's on the left and who's on the right. And one of Rice and Zubimendi. I must admit, when it comes to just Rice or Zubimendi, I'm a bit in two minds because I think I speak for a lot of Arsenal fans. I like Rice on the pitch in it. I don't care for this 8 or 6 stuff. Like you just make me secure. Pause. Like I need you about.
That's what I'm saying. He has to be.
If he's not there, I'm shook. I'm shook. I'll be real. I am shook. Like he's shook. But then I don't want to be disingenuous to Rice here. But if it's a game where we're not going to be troubled like that, surely you go for Zubimendi then, because I think on paper Zubi probably meshes together with what we want to see technically. But then I look at it, D, to answer your question. I think at this moment in time, honestly, the only way we're going to see both Odegaard and Eze in the team. You know what I'm about to say, if Eze's on the left. And I'm not against Eze on the left as much as many people. I don't want it. But you know when it just on FIFA, he's on the left-hand side, it looks mad. But I think if Arteta tailors certain things tactically, it can work. And I want to see more movement. Like, you see how, I know I'm skipping ahead, but Olympiacos, it felt like Saka and Eze were on the pitch for 5 minutes. And then after 2 minutes, they've swapped. Obviously, Saka got his goal from the left. I think that's something we're missing, bro. I'm sure Arteta got his reasons, but yeah.
No, we are missing that. But I think like I say, good players can play with good players, isn't it?
Facts.
Like, that's the difference. I mean, it's quite hard. People are cussing Ben White and giving him a hard time, but he's got Martinelli on the right wing ahead of him. Now, even though
he was stinky though, I'm not gonna care. He was stinky, D.
No, but I think Martinelli does everything wrong though, bro. Like, I honestly, I know he scored his goal, but I think like he crosses when he's meant to pass, he shoots when he's meant to run.
Decision making is just
because of his chaoticness. It confuses defenders because if I don't know what I'm gonna do, you can't know what I'm gonna do. Do you get me? Like that's what Martinelli is. So,
the gift and the curse, yeah.
Yeah, he's so unorthodox. It's like, I'm not so unorthodox. Anything can happen. That's a Martinelli thing. Like
that's why he can't be a starter.
But he can be a good squad player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when he's on the right wing, he's all over the place, and it makes it hard for everyone to kind of know the football. I'm talking about the football players, not so much the stats. I'm talking about
it's like the synergy of everything, the relationship.
Yeah, them man know they play similar. They can all pass and move with each other. So I think when Eze's on the left, I think it's easy for him to play football with Odegaard. They have to remember these men hardly played yet. Saka, Eze and
Gyökeres got a partnership already developing, and they've both been at the club 2 minutes. Eze less even.
Exactly. These men haven't even played yet. These men have hardly played with each other yet. 1 minute, Odegaard's coming back. Eze's off the pitch. Then Eze comes on. Saka's injured. Then Saka comes on. Odegaard's injured. You know what I mean? These men ain't even played together yet.
Saka's back. Noni, he was in a decent bit of form's gone.
Noni's injured. It's mad. So
we ain't even seen Hincapi or Hincape, however it's pronounced. We ain't seen him. We've seen 6 minutes.
Yeah. 6 minutes at Bilbao.
Not really nothing. There's no conclusive evidence on what he can bring to the table still. I like him though from what you can see.
The squad's strong. What do you think about the do you feel like there's any gaps in the squad?
What, as in for this year or like long term?
If we're going into say, because obviously you always want to improve the squad in January and in the summer. What if we're getting into January and we're in a title race currently? What are you looking at? What are there? I know people say we've got a strong squad, but every transfer window I need a player. That's what I'm on.
I'm on that as well. Every
transfer window, I need to see someone.
Even if I just want a shiny new toy, just bring me something. I need the yellow bar on Sky Sports.
Every year you want to upgrade your life, don't you? You want
to exactly.
You got bare trainers. You want a new one.
Yeah. Even though you only got 2 feet, 1,000,000%.
You know what I'm saying? So, what are you looking at, like players wise? Where are you looking at gaps.
You know what? Yeah, I might. The first one I will say, because remember you said like kind of looking forward. So I'll go from what, like maybe the last. Well, let's just say within the next 6 months. So that takes us probably to May or whatever. Master sport. Unpopular opinion. I think you could deal with another striker. I like Gyökeres. I think there's scope for maybe a younger Gabriel Jesus rotationary option. I think we need a left winger, bro. I understand. I don't know what Arteta's got thinking. He might move Saka over there. Wanyeri might even play there. Madueke, Eze. But when I look at all the options on the left-hand side, none really scream like you're the long-term guy and a guy. Like I'm looking at you for 30 to 38. So maybe a backup striker. I think a priority is a left winger, 100% a left winger. An unpopular opinion, bro. I don't know if there's scope for it, but maybe a centre mid, you know. That's just purely because I don't think anyone. We need a different one.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
We need an 8, bro.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I need. You know what it is? You see mine, yeah. Mine is Semenyo, left wing. That
100. You know yeah. Do you know what I have to say to cut you? D. I have to give D his flowers for it. He was on the Semenyo thing. I was like, nah, it's meaty, man. Light, man. I was shutting it all down. I see the angle and I'm on it. Like I'm on it. I've been gassing Semenyo for 30 days now. This guy's been doing the
most. He's a nasty guy.
Bring him. I'm on him.
Semenyo nasty.
And he's only 25.
Well, left-footed, right-footed, both feet. You see, if we're playing Man City away, you think you can attack and have a high line with Semenyo on the left?
And Bournemouth kind of play like us, bro. There's so I like Semenyo, man. It's the decisive actions. Like I think the pennies dropped. Like when he scored that free kick against Leeds, his overall performance against Liverpool tipped the balance for me. Even when you look at Bournemouth, they pump it long, you know, and he wins a lot of first and second balls. I don't really care about his throwing, but he can do that. I can just see how you can set in at Arsenal, and I kind of maybe it's because we say Eze, bro, but I kind of like this angle of, I know I shouldn't care, but you're an Arsenal fan. You've had good and bad moments. You fought to get to Bournemouth. He actually had a trial at Arsenal as a young G and it didn't bang. I just think the stars should align. And he's 25, bro. He looks a lot older. He's 25. That's long-termism, man.
Pace, power, like goal scoring ability, no fear, no care. Like if I'm going to the Champions League, looking at the Champions League, and I'm looking like, yes, everyone loves the Yamals and the Rafinhas and the Lewandowskis. If I'm going to the Champions League with Saka and Semenyo on the wing, I'm telling you now, that is frightening.
And you got Eze and Madueke and all these guys that can come off the bench or maybe do an occasional thing. But we got a good squad, bro. Keyword, folks, in the chat, squad. We've got a good squad. We've actually got a great 11. Like, it's just about, what did Wenger used to say? Like, super players that are too good to turn down, players that are evidently better than what we got. Of course, there's, me and you could sit here and make a case of a couple of players that probably not going to be here or might not be here in the next 1 to 2 years. And obviously that plays a part in what we're doing. But if I assume everyone stays, left wing, centre mid priorities for me. Not even that Zubimendi and Rice, I don't believe in them. It's just, I think we need like a Santi assess, someone whose strengths are a bit different, because Zubimendi can do a bit of everything. Rice can do a bit of everything. No one's really a specialist like that. And you know what? Big up Norgard and Marino and Kai, but come on, bro. We ain't really trying to see that.
Give me a name that's not like a realistic option that you might have looked on. Even if you give yourself a minute to think, like give me a
name. Gone City, bro. He's gone City. Like he's gone City. That ranges you. That's just the way he plays. I've been banging on about him on my channel. I just think the skill set.
He's not really like Santi, though.
No, but in the sense that you can control the tempo of a game. Your qualities are what you do with the ball, dictating the tempo, the eye of the needle pass. You don't rate him?
Nah.
Didn't you see him against us?
I think he's cold. I think he's way overrated.
Nah, man, he's 60. Wharton's a good player as well, but
he's a good player, but to me, he's like a not as good Rice.
Nah, man, they're two very different guys, bro. But then you said he gives the ball away, but we need man that take risks. Rice don't give the ball away too much, and obviously Rice is a lot more better going forward than I actually think Arsenal fans, let alone football fans, want to admit. Zubimendi is good at it, but it's not that. Like Marino, I'd rather you up front, bro. In fact, if Mereva and Marino plays, I just want you on the final actions and stuff. Either you get an assist or a goal. I'm not really on you build-up play. Not really a fan of Zubimendi and Marino playing together. I understand why Arteta does it. I just think we're missing that. Kai can do a bit of everything, but you're not specialist. But we're Arsenal, bro. We've seen, I don't know for names, but Wilshere, Santi, Nasri, man that can just get the ball in the midfield. If it's a long-range pass, if it's a short-range pass, I just think we're missing that, bro. I genuinely think we're missing that.
That leads me to my next question then. So do you feel like we've got any superstars in the team?
Yeah. You want me to name them?
Yeah, who do you feel like the superstars in the team then?
Martinelli.
Yeah.
I'm chatting, but obviously Saka. definitely Gabriel, definitely Saliba. I don't think he's ever gonna get. And I think us Arsenal fans need to gas Timber a bit more because I think we're too used to him just doing his job.
Gas him. Timber's the best right back in the world. I'm not doing the half gassing Tim.
In the league.
Not in the league, in the world. There's no right back in the world that I'm swapping Timber for. The only right backs in world that compare with Timber are Reece James, obviously Trent, Hakimi, and probably Koundé.
You wouldn't swap him for Hakimi?
No way.
I'd be tempted. I wouldn't, but that's the one that tempts me. Reece James is living off legacy, if I'm completely honest. Like, he's obviously cold, but when has he put in a proper body of work in a minute? He's obviously done it in the game before. Trent's an enigma, innit? We all know he can't defend, but it's all the other things he gives you. Yeah, but that's what I mean. We need to gas Timber a bit more. Because I think in-game, yeah, like, take the Newcastle game, for example. Like, many fans, including myself, you're going to focus on maybe Marino's heroics, potentially Odegaard's heroics, you know, all those kind of things. But Timber was bloody brilliant. Like, it's because he just does his job.
Just on the pitch.
Yeah. But you're never going to get that clout in it because you're not scoring, you're not assisting, you're not in the highlights like that, if that makes sense. Rice, even in the second half, these men are going to be the ones that get the highlight. Eze even, man ain't really going to gas up Timber like that.
Yeah, but I think with all Arsenal fans, whether you're, like I say, Arteta in, Arteta out, you like the team, you don't, I think they all have got an idea, and the same idea about Timber. I think everyone is clear on certain players, you know what I'm saying? You might not like Calafiori, you might not like Rice, you might not like Odegaard, you might like that. Right. Certain players have got doubts, but certain players are clear as day, as this guy is that guy. Timber's one of them. Gabriel is also one of them. I've seen people have more doubts about Saliba than Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to certain Arsenal, they're like, oh, Saliba's not as good as this guy or whatever. Gabriel, they think is just up there. Timber's up there. Saka. They're the three. We
miss Gabriel a lot more. He's like the big brother in that defense, the leader. Like, Saliba obviously it's like good cop, bad cop, innit? It's like Saliba, they both hide each other's weaknesses. We miss Gabriel a lot more, which is why I rated Kivio's performance in the run-in for last season, which Saliba made a mistake against Real Madrid. I believe that. I think Saliba's better than... Saliba's ceiling's higher in it, but I just think there's certain men in all teams. If you take them out, they don't look the same. I don't know if it's necessarily ability. I don't know if it's mentality. There's just something about Gabriel. Even though, yeah, bro, if I'm honest, I think against Newcastle, Magalhaes for that corner, shambolic. I know he's not the only player to ask questions of, but that goal against City, didn't understand, isolated to Magalhaes, what the hell you were doing, where you're kind of half jogging to Haaland. I don't know what he was on. So he needs to get back to it. But quality, bro, deserved his new deal.
No, he's been the best. He's been the best centre back out of the two for the last 2-3 years. Like that's consistent.
I remember some Arsenal fans didn't rate him probably until like 2 years ago. You know.
Yeah, but they said
Calafiori's going to take his spot and all that, and Marie's better than him, and the Bozo Gene.
I'm starting to see his potential because I'm a Calafiori doubter.
Why? Nah, I've always been on the hype.
Nah, I'm looking at Calafiori and I'm looking at him like, you can't really defend. Like, you're like, I don't know, man. He's just always he's like a maverick. You don't really want
him an Italian bull in a China shop. Like,
you don't want a maverick at the back. Do you really want maverick at the back?
Nah, you want boring. You want boring done still. You want boring.
Yeah, you get me. I don't need mavericks at the back, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he is. He's a maverick. Right, so as much as right now, I'm looking at him like, right, you've been quite consistent this year. I didn't even know you could be consistent. Played Liverpool, Newcastle, Man City, in all them games. These are the biggest games in the league. And the thing is, this is a baptism of fire. Him and Zubimendi, they've been at Anfield, they've been to St. James's Park, and they've been Old Trafford, bro. And they've come through, not to say they've
welcome to the Premier League team.
Bro, welcome to the Premier League, fam. I can't even complain about how these guys have been performing, really. Like, we might doubt them 1 or 2 games and say, oh, he wasn't so good. But as a whole overall package, they've all been a certain level, you know what I'm saying? Even Zubimendi, like, he got nominated for Player of the Month. I'll
be real. You know, I've been gassing him. I don't know how he bagged that. I'll be real. I don't know how he bagged that. I know about the goal of the month. I don't know about that, but I'll have it.
The month, bro. Like, where's that coming from?
I don't think he's been playing that good, but hopefully he wins it, innit?
Yeah, he's been our best player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I still think him and Rice are still gelling in that midfield. And to be fair, it's expected, innit? You ain't played with each other prior to this year. Odegaard's been in and out. Eze's coming to the side. Marino's coming to the side. And I'm looking at that midfield because I know we're a great defensive team, as you know yourself. Attack, obviously, Arteta last 2 games, right direction. But I think it was less so on the personnel, more on you, Gaffer, because you got some bloody good players there. But then I look at the midfield and I think the midfield, generally I've been half and half. Like, I don't think it's concerning. I'm not really excited. And I'm more talking like how they're playing as a cohesive unit. Because on ability, I like them all in it. Like, I even think there's certain games and periods to run Marino there, to run Kai there. Obviously, I want to stress, I don't want to see that on a consistent basis, but that's where I'm looking at the gaffer because, bro, it's the midfield, isn't it? Like, and then I don't know, man. It's gonna take me back to what I said before. Like, that's where I need an 8, man. Like, even that, I don't even want to talk about 8 because it's gonna lead us into that Rice stuff. And I know the chat probably want that.
No, like, Rice is that guy, man. Rice is that guy. I've got a lot of praise for Rice. Rice is to me,
he can do no wrong to me. I'm very biased when it comes to Rice. I can't lie.
5 midfielders in world football. You know what I'm saying?
Certain man said he wouldn't play for Real Madrid. He wouldn't be in their 11 last year. They must really be deluded.
So, certain man said Camavinga's better. Certain man said, I'm like, bro, no one.
The clanger still.
Not one Arsenal fan would swap Camavinga for Rice today. I'm telling you that.
I don't know. I might still. Camavinga's cold. Trust me. Sure, many I was moving mad, but I'm still here for the Camavinga.
You're still potentially swapping Rice for Camavinga now.
I'd have to think about it. I need 24 hours to think about it.
They sent you straight swap deal. Rice for Camavinga today. What you say?
But I can't see what's going on. We have to do. I might make it happen. I can't get to you. I really rate Camavinga.
You're going mental. Rice,
bro, he's cold. You know, Camavinga's cold. Watch this year. Watch Madrid.
Wait, he's nowhere near Rice. You're going.
Nah, he is, man. He is, man.
You've seen Rice for the last 2-3 years. He never has a bad game. He's our corner kick taker.
Yeah, but Rice is stunk up there.
You'd think about Rice. They email you today. Oh, DG, we want to do a straight swap, Camavinga for Rice. What you saying?
I got to think about it. I have to take a shot and think about it. Like, I have to think about it. I'm not saying I would. I have to think about it. It's not clear. I might just, bro. I'm biased when it comes to Camavinga, bro. You know me. When you see these young players grow up, I'm with them.
Why?
Because I think Camavinga's lit. He can play left back as well. I love him, man.
You're going mental. There's no way. Rice is not going. I'm not swapping him for no one on the planet.
I probably wouldn't, to be fair, but I'll be lying to you if I said I wouldn't think about it.
You could offer me Rice. You could offer me Camavinga and 50 mil. I'm saying no.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't know. With extra 50 mil on top, I don't know.
You think Camavinga's that good? You think he's
I think he's cold. He just had injuries. I think Camavinga's cold. Honestly, I think he's cold. I ain't got no CV to go off, but I think he's cold.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
It's looking shaky, but I think he's cold.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When he played against us, he was all over the place.
Yeah, but we bullied up everybody, though, man.
Yeah, we didn't bully up Vitinho.
True. All right, we bullied Real Madrid. Full stop. Then.
Yeah. That's why I'm not having none of them midfielders, bro. I'm taking Valverde, Rice, or Tchouaméni. Your guy, man.
Ooh, Rice for Valverde. Ooh.
Don't be silly.
I've started to think about another one. I've got something to think about. Bro, it's easy. Bro, you're biased towards Rice. It's the East London thing, bro. Like,
because I know how hard it is to be as consistent as he is.
1,000,000%. 1 million.
The most consistent midfielder. Like, him and Caicedo, I would say, are the two most. Well, I'm taking out Rodri out of this because Rodri's been improving this long time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really cross Rodri in these battles until I see him come back. But he's been the guy for 4 or 5 years. I'm talking about Rice and Caicedo are the two most consistent midfielders that you can get. You can't get more consistent than that. Caicedo plays at 8 every game, bro.
Nah, at 8. You been watching Chelsea? Man said at 8.
Oh, you're going mad, DG.
Caicedo, and I rate him, but man said at 8 every game.
Caicedo's that guy, bro.
Oh, he's a shin kicker. That's a right back, man. That's a right.
Oh,
man.
you're going.
I can't believe you're rating man for kicking, man. You're kicking man for kicking, man.
Wow, don't be mad.
What did he do?
Bro, if Caicedo and Rice were playing together in the midfield, we'll win the league, bro.
Nah, there's no creativity there still.
That's
a workman's midfield, man.
You've lost the plot, bro. You've lost the plot. Do you know what
I was with you with the Caicedo, bro.
You don't rate Caicedo?
Nah, I rate Caicedo bare, but like I've never seen someone rated for fouling, man, and shin kickers. And you know how they say, obviously, I was rating his thing at Brighton. I wanted him at Arsenal. I still rate him at Chelsea. But you know how when, like, obviously Rice at West Ham, it's adjusted now. You're at Arsenal. Things that they gassed you for at West Ham, it might not necessarily get ratings here. I feel the same with Caicedo. Obviously, he's one of their more consistent players. I'm with you with all of that. But what does he do, bro? Like, what genuinely? What does he do? What does he do that better man can't do? Because Chouameni can protect.
Well,
Rice can protect.
Nah.
What does he do, bro? He kicks man's shin, bro.
He can do everything, bro. He can do
Someone's
everything.
a streamer once in a blue moon. Caicedo does everything.
Caicedo can do everything, bro. He can tackle. He can pass. He can get up and down the pitch. He can play.
Man said Caicedo can pass. Man said Caicedo can. You're a professional footballer for 100 million. You should be able to pass, but pass. Really?
DG.
Really? Caicedo can pass.
Bro, Caicedo's he's good on the ball, bro.
He's okay on the ball. He's calm. He's calm. 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10.
Bro, how good do you think? Wait, so what level? Wait. So where do you rank Caicedo in terms of the level that he's at? Like, do you put him? Like, give me players that are around his level. What,
like we doing top 5, top 10?
Well, just give me players like you think that are around Caicedo level, because obviously you think Rice and that.
No, he's in that realm, bro. He's obviously, I'm not saying he's better than Rodri, but when you're talking the Rices, the Rodris, Caicedos, like the best centre mids full stop in the world, he's up there in them convos. I'm not dissing him like that. I just don't know a man that's rated for kicking man's shin, bro.
Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying
that? Because that's what he does. We got agendas to run, bro. He kicks man's shin, bro.
You know how good this guy is, bro.
And you said he's passing. What passing, fam? Under no pressure, all these guys can pass.
Rice
is better than him.
Rice is right. It's a debate, though.
Nah, man, Rice better than him. Full stop, bro. Tell him Rice up his free kicks. Put his free kicks on the table. I don't see him taking corners.
Rice is a serious guy, but it's a debate. Caicedo he's up there. Like he ain't. Listen, you see Caicedo, yeah. He's at the point now where it's very hard to win the midfield battle he's playing.
I rate him for that.
He's almost getting that Kante level mindset of players before he plays. Like where he's a workman. He's not just a workman, though.
I've seen a million players like him, bro. You have to.
Who?
Bro, we see better man that I like. I can't lie. Valverde's better than him. Camavinga's better than him. Chouameni's better than him. He's better than Caicedo. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Rodri better than him. He plays for Chelsea. I'm not gassing him. Like,
your guy mental. Chouameni, you're still
running this better than him. Chouameni's a better passer as well. Chouameni can do everything he can do. I don't rate that. Like, he's good at stuff. Caicedo's top 5 in his position, but bro, like,
have Chouameni better than him then?
Because Chouameni's also top 5. You got me there, but you got me there. I need to double down on it. You got me there.
Yeah.
What is Caicedo rated for? Genuinely, like, what is he outstanding at beyond the obvious? Because obviously, all right, let me ask you this. Him and Rice, yeah, boom. We both know they can win the ball back, they can intercept, they can do all of those things. Like, part that off to the side, yeah. Apart from that, me and you we see week in, week out, right? What Rice can do in maybe in the final third, whatever. What's the things Rice does? I mean, Caicedo does. Like, what else does he do?
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're taking away an attribute that is basically his main attribute.
But Valverde can do what he does.
Valverde cannot do what Caicedo does.
Valverde can't what? He can't defend and screen and win the ball back and intercept and all that and pass the ball 5 yards, bro.
Caicedo's like a one-man midfield.
I'll get rate that. You got an engine. I've seen this before.
No, bro. He's not. He doesn't get sent off, does he? He hardly ever gets sent off.
Yeah, because he gets away with it. He's a shin kicker. You've seen it. He's a chicken. You see what he's done against us.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
He plays for them, man. The Brighton Caicedo, I'm with you. The Chelsea one, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, he's gone to a new level. Now he's gone to Chelsea. Like, without him, he's their cap. Like, sometimes he's their captain.
To be fair, he's one of their more consistent players. The one I would look at Chelsea is probably Enzo Fernandez. I don't know what his keyword people.
He's someone I don't really.
He's slimy.
Yeah, I can't really run with him. But let me get back to Arsenal. Too much of Chelsea gassing up, but
go on, Boski.
You see this Gyökeres slander. I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of Gyökeres slander, and do you know what I mean? A lot of criticisms, a lot of banter about Gyökeres. What's your take on him so far this season and what people are saying about him?
I think first thing I'd say,
comes from our fan base as well. A lot of it comes from our fan base as well. So.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because why, D? Because we know you know yourself. A lot of people had the impossible dream of Isaac this summer. A lot of fans, I don't know if they fancied Sesko. You're allowed to prefer him, but they had this dream that Sesko's the kind of one. He's not signed for us. So I feel and no player is perfect in it, but I feel there was a lot of nitpicking for Gyökeres. Obviously, he's not the most aesthetically pleasing. In many ways, he's kind of ugly, but it's so ugly, it's beautiful. I feel the tacticals don't know what they're talking about because if anything with Gyökeres, all of the things that they said could do, he's doing the opposite. Like the general play, all that jazz is there. He's not putting the ball in the back of the net. Now, I would say generally for him,
he's got 3 and 6.
That's what I was gonna say. Like he's got 3 and 6. Yeah. So like, let me paint a picture for you from Man United away first day of the season to every game prior to Newcastle. Right. I think it was more of a thing where he's feeding off scraps. We're not creating for him. All of that kind of stuff. With these 2 games against Olympiacos and Newcastle, I think your general play has been there, but it's more, and I still don't think we're creating bare clear-cut chances, but I think it's more you've had chances, your decision-making in and around the box, or when you've been able to score or get an assist because you should have fed Nelly, it hasn't been there. I actually think we're going to get over the line with him. I actually think he's going to bag, but I think these 2 games are more looking at you. Prior, it's on Arteta. And before, for me, it sounds dumb because he's a new player. He looked like a stranger in the 11, like he's still trying to understand the runs to make, the link up, excluding with Eze, to be fair. Now he's fitting in. Like I respect him a lot for his performance against Newcastle. You could argue he should have scored. I still don't think we're finding him enough because you see it yourself. I saw it against Port Vale. I saw it against Olympiacos. I saw it against Bilbao where it's more decision making. Bro, he just wants to make that run, bro. Like I just want to be on my bike, do my thing. Well, that's it. I think we'll get over the line. But fans, you know how it is, bro. A lot of fans didn't want him full stop. He doesn't score, they hate him. He scores, they love him. But he is kind of ugly to watch. But we never bought him for that, though.
There's a brilliant saying, and I really can't remember who said it, but he said we didn't buy Gyökeres for his first touch, we bought him for his last touch.
Facts. Whoever said that, big up yourself. That's it. That's it.
That's the saying of the year for me. You get me?
Bro, that is poetic as hell. Facts.
That's and I've been running with that since.
I'm catting that as well, man. We're all running that. Big you up, whoever said that.
We're running with that. But the thing is, see, Gyökeres, I'm looking at his overall performances, and I'm looking at it like he times his runs to perfection. Like he very rarely is he offside.
Yeah.
He's hardly ever offside. This is the thing that people are not seeing. Like, I'm looking at it from a striker point of view. Like everything he's doing exactly what I would want a striker to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That every single thing. There's nothing that he's doing. His hold up play is good. He's doing all the striker runs. Every time he gets the ball pass, he's on the line. He's always on the last line of defense. He's never on the left doing foolishness or on the right. He's always on the last line of defense. The only thing that he's got to do, I think, is a bit different. Is just literally shoot immediately. I think sometimes
that's what I mean is decision making at times. You're doing too much. Like even the Bilbao game, and I think Henry was a bit harsh here. I think Henry was right in his criticism of him, but he's thinking Henry thinks everyone can do what he done in it. It's not a that thing. But that's what I mean in that sometimes, and I can't tell a professional footballer anything, but you see it yourself. Sometimes you take one too many touches. You know, you kind of close the angle. Maybe it's because you've just joined and you're still getting to go to grips with the speed of stuff. But I think you're bang on with that still. Yeah, that's my criticisms of Gyökeres. Like, they're the things. But then you could flip it, yeah, and say, like you said, right? He's making the right runs. The general play's there. The pressing's there. All that stuff's there, right? I think the goals will come. The flip side of that could be all of that stuff's not there. Somehow you're managing to score. Like, let's just say he scored from game week 1 to now. It would be great because we'd be like doing all of this and Gyökeres and whatnot. But that would concern me more because at some point the performance and what you're doing is going to correlate. So I think he'll be all right. I will say this though, D. Yeah, like if he doesn't get the goals we need, I'm not saying sell him and we'll need him next year. But I'm not on that whole wait for next season. He's adapted. I'm on let him do that, but just sign another one. You could be part of the squad because
you're on that, yeah.
I'm on that, man. I'm not on the lay thing no more. Just next one, you're part of the squad. Do your thing.
I'm with you on that still. Like, I need you see this season. I said I need him 20 plus goals in the league.
Exactly.
I don't really care about ins and outs of anything else. He's got 16.
You can do that. Do that.
I need 20 plus goals in the Premier League. Simple as that. I'm not really bothered about anything else. But I am worried about Havertz taking a lot of minutes because I feel like Arteta's got this thing with Havertz. Like unless you get rid of Havertz and Jesus, these men are on 280, 260. You see what I'm saying? This is big money, bro. Like, and Waneri wasn't even in the squad at Newcastle. Waneri was left at home. So going into the West Ham game, I'm looking at it like Havertz and Jesus are on the way back. So I know for a fact that means Max Darman's definitely not going to be in the squad. That's an easy option to keep.
All the young balls that we got, even Sly, Miles Lewis, it's easy to leave them man out than the rest because you spent mad peas. You put them on big wages. Let's be real as well, man. We've played football. It's easy to gas them. They're still young, impressionable, somewhat just gas to be here. As you said, Dalman's 15. It's cool for now. Wanyeri is cool for now. You're 18 and you signed a new deal. Miles Lewis Kelly is cool for now. But you're right. Like, and this is what I mean where it's down to you now, Gaffer. It's down to you to find that balance of, okay, I might like Kai, and Kai is my son essentially, but is he the right option? This is where I need you. Kai should only be playing up front. Or if we're, if you know them games where we've gone a goal up, it's all mans to the pump defending, then I'm on playing Kai in midfield because you're just a fighter. You can do your thing. But this is where it goes back to what you said at the beginning in that, well, just look at Arteta, just put people in roles. And what did you say there? You mentioned the wages they're on. That's where I was saying when you asked me about the players we could bring in the next 12 months, 18 months, there's a decision to make potentially. Well, we know Jesus is gone. Kai, there's a decision to make. Flipping Marino might not be here in 18 months. Who else is there? Like Trossard and Martinelli could still be off. That's where I'm looking at Arteta to, as you would say, mix and blend and box smartly, really. So, yeah
it's time to mix and blend. But I do think Marino is probably confusing Arteta with Havertz. But they're both, their roles are identical.
Well, yeah, different players, but the same shit.
Marino and Havertz are exactly the same player. Like I say, like you said, different players. One's a little bit faster than the other. One could finish better than the other. But their roles are identical. So I think he's got to make a decision there because they're both the same.
And I personally think he might have played Havertz up front in a couple of these big games had he been fit, not Gyökeres, which could indirectly be a blessing in disguise because he has to fuck with Gyökeres.
But he would have played Norgard at teams like Liverpool. At Anfield, I'm pretty certain he would have gone Norgard, Rice, and Marino. I'm pretty certain. He would have gone Norgard, Rice. He would have. He would have gone if Norgard was fit, he would have said Norgard, Rice, Marino, and Havertz up front. I'm telling you.
That's where he needs to defeat himself because I'm not calling Arteta a coward, innit? And there is scope to do that conservative approach. But teams have clocked that's what you're on. It must have been. I can't tell you why Newcastle played the way they did, but it must have been for us a breath of fresh air. But like a culture shock, like we got at them. They gave us space, and we're not pussy-holes anymore. Like when we had the more smaller players and guys' legs were getting broken, you can't bully us. You can clamp us, but we'll give as good as we get. So why not be on the front foot? And what I like about Arteta as well is as much as you need to overthink and there's scope to play Havertz in midfield and Eze out wide, bro, he at least the last two games, you've not reinvented the wheel. Personally, bro, I think that's where we're at now. We've done all the hard work. Just put man in the good positions. As you said, good players play with good players or do well with good players. Don't overthink it. It's contradictory because Arteta, you kind of have to overthink it. You're the gaffer, but that's where I think we're at, bro. And I don't like the Marino in midfield thing from the off. Like I don't think it bangs. There's got to be a coincidence. Look at how Barca played at Newcastle and us. There's got to be something in that.
Yeah, it's not ideal, man. And I feel like going into the West Ham game, like I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that we have no idea who he's gonna play. I don't know. Like, how do you see that? Because I'm going to the game and I've got no idea what the starting lineup will be. All I know is Raya will play. I know Timber,
the bait ones.
Timber and Saliba will play. I think the back line will play. Apart from that, I ain't got Scooby. Like obviously, I know Saka and Rice will play, but I think like I say, I assume he will play Zubimendi and Rice, and he will play Saka on the right wing, and that's it. I don't know who else is gonna play.
Do you know what? Yeah, you're right, but then I guess, and I feel the same way you feel, but then I guess to a degree, yeah. We can't be hypocrites in it. Like we can't sit. Well, some Arsenal fans, or we're led to believe we've got one of the best squads in Europe. There's competition for places. The players keep saying the ones on the bench are good enough to start. So then maybe we shouldn't be scared by it. Might be a random 11. Obviously, when you win, no one cares. If it goes left, we'll ask fair questions. But maybe we kind of have to accept that. If I had to guess, obviously debate ones as yourself: Raya, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, White, even left back Techie. White, apologies. Timber. I'm even mad. Timber. I even forgot Timber was at the club. It's mad. Left back scares me though. Not scares me, but like I'm inclined to believe we're gonna see Calafiori. I would actually like to see Miles Lewis Kelly. It's one where you wish you could play 12 players. I'll guess Calafiori because he was rested in it. Midfield, like you said, Rice, Zubimendi. Bro, the 10, fam. Like, because Arteta's scary. He might just play Wanyeri for no reason, just to shut up the media. He might go with Eze. I personally think he's going to go Eze left, just because that gets Odegaard in. I think he's going to run that. But then he might start Trossard.
But this is what I was saying. Trossard started the last couple of games,
So is Trossard the first choice left winger at this moment in time?
Don't. Bro, that.
It looks like it, bro.
Like, it looks like it. What would your like? I'm assuming your 11 would be the basic: Eze left, Odegaard 10, Saka right, Yoko's up top, Rice with Mendy, and then the rest of the defense. I'm assuming that's
keep it moving. Yeah, keep it moving.
What you go for it, because that's what I would go for. But
yeah,
is there anything else that you think we probably should try to do at this game? How are you feeling about this game?
I think the only thing we should do, if there's
we lost them twice the last 2 games at home.
No,
the last 2 games.
Need to mash them up, bro. Like, need to mash them up. The only problems there should be, if I'm Arteta, genuinely, is it Calafiori? Is it Miles Lewis-Skelly? If I'm him, because I'm trying to think, if I'm Arteta, then the only way to get Odegaard and Eze in is probably Eze off the left for this game. We all know he's not dropping Rice or Zubimendi and doing them 2 in midfield. That's not happening. We need to win. To answer your question, bro, we need to win. Like you said, like, they've shot us in the foot a couple of times. On paper, our run of games, quote unquote, looks easier than Liverpool's, even though people weren't saying that at the start of the year. We need to win, bro. They've got a new manager, which is dramatically different from Graham Potter. I don't know if you've seen Nuno Espirito Santo's press conference, but the guy keeps crying. He's like, set pieces are a concern. We're shook, basically. So make that count. To be honest, bro, it doesn't matter if you closed some level of a gap last week. If you then mess up and then Liverpool go and win this week, we need to take advantage, bro. Like, worst case scenario, Liverpool either lose or draw. We start building realms. And even that, bro, like, the last international break, we obviously lost to Liverpool. We had to sit with that for a minute. I'm not on that. We have to win, bro. I can't lie. I think if we play the same way on the front foot as we did at St. James's Park, I think we're beating them up in the first half, let alone minute 90. I think there's goals, man. And I don't want them to turn their form around. Of course, there's going to be managerial bounce. They're up for it. But nah, man, we need to mash them up. That and Fulham in these next 2 weeks going to tell me everything.
Fulham away is a very, very
horrible.
I'm not looking. And then we've got Crystal Palace home.
I was just about to say that. You see what I'm saying? These are the games where, like, what happens here?
Yeah.
This will make or break our season in hindsight when we look back in May for me.
Yeah, because in that time, Liverpool got Chelsea, Man United, Man City.
I'm sure they got Brentford, I could be wrong. Bournemouth, one of them.
Yeah, and we've got Burnley, Sunderland, Crystal Palace. So our run
Burnley and Sunderland away as well.
Yeah, it's looking favourable, but I'm like, Fulham and Crystal Palace are banana skins, man.
Palace scares me the most of all the teams you said there.
Fulham away, Fulham away as well.
Fulham away, yeah. Well, last 2-3 years, that's been where we've had L's. But then don't you think, like, obviously, like, this isn't how football works. But me and you are saying this. Me and you are fans. Surely the players are going to be thinking like that times 10. Like, West Ham at home last year, we effed up. Fulham away. Not that I can look to that at this moment. We effed up. Palace, like, everybody's got to be watching everyone. Even forget the fact that Palace scares us, bro. Palace is one of them teams like Bournemouth this year. You can't mess about, bro. If you think it's just a turn-up thing, because these will make or break your seasons. The same way you lost and bottled it last couple of times against Newcastle, you got over that line. Surely that should be the test in these next 3, 4, 5 games. We need to go on a run, bro. Mad run.
And this is the difference between, I think, because I feel like now City will be thinking they can win the league now. Because I think they're looking at it like we are the only
flying
team
under the radar, bro.
They're flying under the radar. They're the only team that can go on a run of 10 wins. Because they find the bottom teams a lot easier than the top teams. Like, we find the top teams easier than the bottom teams.
That's why we're so scared about the teams you said. Like, they're the banana skins, as you put it.
They're the banana skins. And I'm going to the game at West Ham, and
don't bring bad luck, bro.
Because
if you don't get it, then you can't go Emirates no more.
Like, what's really, really going on? You know what I'm saying? What am I really going for? I'm a real fan. I need to win that game. Otherwise, my whole weekend is finished. I don't care about the Liverpool-Chelsea game.
Everything's irrelevant.
But if we don't get 3 points, no matter what happens in the Chelsea-Liverpool game, I'm going to feel like, if only we got 3 points, that would happen.
That's why I don't want to be that hindsight thing, coulda, woulda, shoulda stuff, man. I'm not on it.
And I feel like that's what we got to do this year. I feel like we're playing before Liverpool. I feel like we've got to put the pressure on them, keep the pressure. And I really need a good performance and a solid win. A good 2-3-0. I'll be really like, go there, get a 2-3-0 and keep it.
I think we're doing that, bro. I'll be real. Regardless of the 11, obviously, if as long as Arteta doesn't do nothing left, like with the greatest of respect to Marino and guys of that ilk, like none of them guys. If you play the 30 players that we all want to see start, they've got to be feeling good about them. So you gotta, you've done your thing against Newcastle. You won it against Olympiacos. You, like you said there, you're gonna be preying what Liverpool's doing. But I think we could top them up 2-3. I think you'll see goals.
There's a feel good factor at the minute around the club. There's a feel good factor.
So let's play on that, bro. Fans are gonna be up for it as well because we're winning and whatnot. Move to them, man.
Yeah.
I'm in the first half.
I'm moving on that London derby as well. Let's just go there. Rice, the whole Rice thing. I'm with you on that.
Let me ask you that then, Carl. A lot of people think when it comes to West Ham, Rice in particular, he don't play well. He's in his feelings. He's emotional. Like, where are you at with Rice then for the West Ham game? Because people do say that. They said that on my stream still.
I know the issue we got with Rice is he's so good at set pieces.
So it's our golden ticket. Yeah, so yeah, you're right.
This is the reason why I know Odegaard got the one against Newcastle, but most of the time we actually score from Rice's side most of the time. He is like his set pieces. We'll probably have to talk about it a little bit because his set pieces are as good as anyone I've seen in years.
Yeah,
like,
the last bang on the money.
Like even the ones that don't go in, if you tell him to put it there, 10 corners, 9 of them will be exactly where he wants it to be. That's as good as you can get. The last time I saw a player that consistent was James Ward-Prowse. But apart from that, who's got corners like him?
Can't lie. I think he's up there. I think you put a good debate. Obviously, people will be disingenuous and think of all them more technical footballers and whatnot because they don't think Rice is that kind of guy. But the consistency has evidently worked on that. And even you mentioned it, even in the Newcastle game, there was a couple of times he's putting the ball in the box and we're not scoring from them, and they were equally good deliveries. You know what? You made a good point. Because I'm not gonna lie, I would have still started Rice, but I was giving food to the thought of, does Rice typically play well against West Ham? And I was getting a bit swayed, but then you mentioned corners, and it goes back to Espirito Santo crying about corners. And you know what? Big up Kenny Ken, because he was the first one to alert me to West Ham and shit at corners. It makes sense for Rice to be out there, innit? Yeah. It makes sense for Rice to be out there.
We're terrible at corners, and we are super strong at corners, and that's like we've got to use everything to our advantage, and especially at home. I mean, this is when we're trying to really make, and think about set pieces. If you get every time you get a set piece, it changes the opponent's game plan. So it changes their game plan in terms of the defensive structure. So when you're playing football and they're scared of throw-ins or they're scared of corners, they try to defend differently to try and avoid giving you corners. And not only do they do that, they focus so much on not giving away corners that they actually forget other facets of the game.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So with Declan Rice now on the pitch, you have to now think, oh my days, we have to focus so much on Gabriel, because that's what happens a lot of the time. Most teams, if you get 10 corners, you're only probably going to score 1. But the chaos that is created in all those 9 is the reason why you ended up scoring.
And they forget about the second ball as well, which is another important thing.
You got to remember, against Newcastle, the first one was a short corner. That is a back to Odegaard, back to Rice.
And then Marino darted and
The second one was a Odegaard corner direct. There's 2 set
and then
pieces.
You had Saliba on Pope, essentially.
2 set pieces that won us the game. So we start thinking about Rice not being on the pitch. All of a sudden, your whole game plan is out the window, bro.
You know what? If Rice ain't there, who the hell takes the corners? Do you go with Eze? I can't tell you I've seen Eze take a corner for us. You're right, Yeah, Rice has to be there still. It has to.
Key, man. It's like not having Beckham on the pitch. It don't make sense. What's your score prediction though? And before we wrap up, what do you think about the Champions League? How do you feel we can go? How far do you think we can go in the Champions League? What's your feeling of it?
It's got to be semi-finals minimum, isn't it?
We're favourites for the Champions League, believe it or not.
Yeah, I don't believe them with that, man. That's because of the run we've had so far, innit? Like you know what it is?
Favourites for the Champions League, like that's foolish. We ain't even won it.
We haven't exactly. What did you say there? We haven't won it. And respectfully, you've got PSG. I do rate Barca and PSG's chances ahead of us. I don't really think Bayern are that good, but you do have to give it to them. For me, I'll be real, bro. I think it's a thing where you need to do what we did last year, innit? You just need to finesse your way at that league phase and just play it by ear, and hopefully there's a bit of luck. I want to go to the semis as a minimum, because anything less than that is regression, innit? I know no 2 seasons are the same, but we flirted with potentially getting to a final. I think we've got more chance of winning the Prem than the champs. And then you asked me the prediction for West Ham. 4-1. 4-1, I think. But I want a clean sheet, but I just think Bowen might just scumbag a goal for them. But I think we're gonna end the game in the first half, and then it's down to us not to be complacent, man.
Yeah, that would be the ideal. I've gone 3-1. My prediction is 3-1. But like I say, I do feel they've got moments in them. Bowen is for some strange reason. He reminds me of like a Tim Cahill that just, or a Frank Lampard type player that just always.
I'd have him with us, man. I like.
Yeah. Same. He would have been my squad player, but he's probably too valuable to West Ham to be a squad player.
He's their captain as well.
Yeah, he's their captain. He's a real diehard West Ham through Danny Dyer. And
his misses and whatnot.
Yeah,
he's retired there or something.
He's had an 8-year or 10-year deal or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He signed a mad deal, bro.
Flipping no. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's mad what he done. But yeah, hopefully, man, get it done, man. But big up the chat, man. I'm not gonna try and keep DG too long. You know, it's my brother Bolski, but you know,
always a pleasure, man.
When you're streaming, next thing you know, the stream's all 2.5 hours. You know what I mean? Man, I'm messaging in private chats. Yo, yeah, man's got a shoot and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's mad.
I hear it.
Make sure you don't like and subscribe on the video.
Yeah, man, like and subscribe, people. I see you lot in the comments. It doesn't cost a thing. It helps the platform. I know all us content creators say it, but genuinely, every comment after the stream's done, every like, every subscribe, every share, it helps, man. So tell a friend, man. Subscribe to FamZone TV, man.
Man, make sure you subscribe to DEE-LUDED Gooner if you don't know.
Come on, and big up Rants once again for the redirect, and everyone has filtered over.
That's broski, man. Big up everyone. Make sure. If you don't know DG, then I don't really know where you've been.
If you don't subscribe, man.
Yeah, if you don't, go over there and subscribe. The DEE-LUDED is it's in the title. I've tagged it in the title, so you should be able to easy to find. Don't make no excuses. We don't make.
And then we're live at 7 people as well. So if you still wanted to waffle about Arsenal, we're here, innit?
You're live at 7 today.
Go over the press conference and all that jazz quickly, man.
Oh yeah. Is your live set up?
Yeah. Like I actually like to listen to what Arteta said. I don't know. I do these streams are a bit selfish, innit? Because I actually like to see what Arteta has said before the game. Because I like to hold you accountable to things. Like, so when he gasses me, I'm like, yeah, make sure you follow through, innit?
Yeah. 100%. So what I've done, I've redirected to DG. It's at 7 o'clock. Which is nice. So make sure you don't go over there now. Just like it all up. Just spam the chat box. Just say anything in the chat. Go in the chat.
W FamZone, W Rants, all that stuff that the streamers say.
This is like a community that man have to build and just, you know what I mean, like up all the videos. Like liking the video.
Community, folks. Don't let that go over your head.
Free, bro. So just go over there. Like, I'm gonna send it over. Just like it. Comment, I don't know, comment A, B, C, D, E, F, G if you want.
Yeah, just say, bro, say what the hell you want. Like, just comment.
Over there, you know what I'm saying? And at least he's got comments and likes. It helps the algorithm. I will see Saeed say that, saying it helps the algorithm. So that I guess it does. You know what I'm saying?
It does. Like, look at Saeed. He's flying that. Them man are Premier League of content creators. So yeah, he's not saying that for no reason. Big up Saeed as well.
Premier League as well. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know big up everyone, man. Big up DG. Big up the chat.
Come on, my broski.
Then next Friday we'll see you lot. You know what I'm saying 5:45. DEE-LUDED Gooners. You know how it goes, man.
That name kills me.
Yeah. So listen, I saw. Yeah, it makes sense. Now you want to.
How long did it take you to think of that?
It didn't take me long still. It didn't take me long because people call me the
title bag. You know what? Actually, bang still.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes bare sense, bro. And the thing is, some people won't get it. If you're new here, exactly, subscribe. And then I hope throughout the course of this, you'll actually understand why that's actually the show.
Yeah. Because I was going to have D and DG or DEE-LUDED and D. And I was like,
no, it makes sense, bro.
It makes a whole heap of sense. You know what I'm saying,
I wouldn't have thought of that. I'm shit with titles. I can't lie, bro. My ticket I just want to talk football and cut, man.
Why is the music, though, isn't it? Like, my mind works like that. You know
you got that advantage, to be fair.
Yeah, mine naturally works like that. But yeah, go over to DG Stream now. I'm redirecting over there. And man, we'll see you lot when we see you next Friday, 5:45. You know what I mean?
Come on.